Hey yo, Euros are here. That means predictions are here. Let's go. Group A. Obviously, Germany are the clear favourites in this group. They got the pedigree and they're the host nation. And they got the players for it too, bro. They got young players coming through. They got Musiala, Wirtz. Obviously, Havertz has been balling out for Arsenal as well. And if this was a couple years ago, I'd be saying that these guys are finished. They could even get grouped. But right now, they're doing well. They beat France a couple times. They're in good form. So I'm going to have them first. Now, second in the group, I'm going for Hungary. Bro. These guys are actually in good form, man. They've only lost one of their last 16 games. And do you lot remember when they slapped up England 4-0? They did what the last two Euros as well. They had the group of death last time and they nearly got out of it. And before then, in 2016, they won their group against Portugal. So I'm having these guys second and they're going to be a surprise this Euros. Trust me. Now, next up in third place, I'm going Switzerland. There is no chance. There is absolutely no chance that Scotland get out of this group, bro. These guys are dead. They've won one of their last 9 games and that was against Gibraltar. That doesn't even count. So comfortably, I've got Switzerland above Scotland. These guys do well in tournaments, you know. And Shaqiri, every single time, this guy scores a banger. Now, Group B, this is the group of death, bro. And the first thing we're gonna do is put Albania down in 4th. Bro, trust me, these guys are not getting a single point. There is absolutely no hope for them here, man. It's looking peak. Now, first place, I'm going Croatia. These guys have proven that they are better than Spain and Italy, bro. Like, we're not living in the past no more. These guys are top quality. They came second and third in the last 2 World Cups, man. There's no doubt. They beat Brazil in the last World Cup, and they've got experience. All they lack is just a top quality striker. Otherwise, they could genuinely win the tournament, you know. Anyway, Italy and Spain, these guys are bozos, I'll be real. These guys should be doing so much better than what they're gonna do. I think they will both qualify because third place teams go through. They'll both beat Albania, and if they don't, something's gone horribly wrong. But I'm saying Spain will finish above Italy. Obviously, Italy won the last Euros, but their team is just meaty now. They didn't even qualify for the last 2 World Cups. They have got a very good manager, but the squad just ain't it. Whereas Spain, their manager ain't proven himself yet. But they've got a good mix of young and experienced players. They've got guys who can score goals. However, I'll be honest, I don't see any of the teams in this group going too far in the tournament. Group C, this is England's group. Obviously, England are one of the favourites for the tournament, but let me tell you right now, there is no chance that England win this tournament, bro. These guys just lost to Iceland and people think they're the favourites. My days, man. Obviously, I live in England, but I weren't born here, so I can be a bit unbiased here. They're gonna win the group because it's an easy group, but they're not winning the whole thing. And you see what it is, yeah? I could back them more if they weren't blaming Saka for a game he played 25 minutes of. But a team with Kane, Saka, Foden, Bellingham, Rice surely can't not win this group. Like, surely. Now, the rest of this group is quite interesting because Denmark and Serbia should be finishing second and third, but Slovenia are a decent team, you know. They beat Portugal. They're in good form and they've got a great goalkeeper and a very good striker. The rest of the team ain't great and you'd expect them to finish 4th, but you know what? I'm gonna back them to finish 3rd. They can actually do something this tournament and I'm gonna predict them to finish above Serbia. Now, you see the thing with Serbia, they have some good players, but they always disappoint. The last 2 World Cups, I thought they'd do well and they got knocked out in the groups both times. Their squad is decent, but it's nothing special. And I think they'll lose to Slovenia. They can definitely do something, but I don't think they will. Now, Denmark, last Euros, they were one of the dark horses. They had some good form going into that tournament, and they had some great players. But this time, they're coming off the back of finishing 4th in a World Cup group with Tunisia and Australia. These guys are one of the biggest disappointments in the entire World Cup. And the only reason I've got them qualifying here is because the group isn't that strong. I think they're clearly better than Serbia and Slovenia, but I don't see them finishing above England, and I think they'll get knocked out in the round of 16 as well. Group D. Now, this is an interesting group. They've got France, Netherlands, Austria, and Poland. Now, obviously, France are winning this group. There's no conversation, man. So I'm gonna put them number 1. Number 2 is interesting because most people are gonna say Netherlands. But I can't lie, you can't trust the Netherlands for nothing, bro. These guys always underachieve, man. For some reason, they keep going through the same managers as well. They just keep rotating between Van Gaal and Koeman. For what reason, bro? Get someone new. Obviously, they have some great players and they'll be a threat, but I'm gonna predict them to finish 3rd behind Austria. Now, Austria are in some great form. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. They even beat Turkey 6-1 and Germany 2-0. And obviously their manager is Ralf Rangnick. We saw him at Man United and he weren't that great, but he's doing good for Austria. So I'm gonna have them 2nd and then Poland 4th because these guys are just dead. I don't know what they're doing here, man. Like, Lewandowski ain't as good as he used to be and they've got no one else really. They're finishing 4th and everyone knows it. Group E. Okay, we got got Belgium, and I think we all know Belgium are winning this group. Belgium are not the same team as they used to be. Most of their key players are getting old now, and they ain't much of a threat realistically. But because their group is so bad, they're gonna comfortably go through. I honestly can't see a team in this group that can get anything against Belgium. Their defense ain't great. They were terrible at the last World Cup, and if they had some tough teams in their group, I might predict them to go out. But it's not happening. When you got players like De Bruyne, Lukaku, even Trossard, you're gonna be beating teams like Romania, Ukraine, and Slovakia. Now, second place, I wanna say Romania because they're actually a solid team, and they've only lost 1 of their last 13 games. But 7 of those games were draws, and I just can't bring myself to put them above Ukraine, man. So I'm gonna say Ukraine second, Romania third, and Slovakia fourth. Group F. Okay, I think 2 things are obvious in this group straight away. We're putting Portugal first and Georgia bottom. I honestly don't know what Georgia are doing here. These guys are ranked 75th in the world, and they lost 7-1 to Spain. They're just gonna get slapped up. Obviously, they've got Kvaratskhelia. Obviously, they've got Kvaratskhelia, and he might have a decent tournament, but realistically, they're not doing anything. And Portugal's squad is just way too strong for this group. Now, second and third is kind of interesting because Czechia and Turkey both aren't that great, but they can both do something in this group. Czech Republic were great in the last Euros, but they're not as good now. But they do have a good striker in Patrick Schick, so I'm gonna predict them to finish second above Turkey. Turkey are in horrible form, man. They've lost their last 5 games, and I think we all remember last tournament when they were the dark horses, just to finish bottom of their group. Now, I've got to pick the best third place teams. One of those teams is definitely going to be Italy because they're going to beat Albania. Netherlands are going to be one of the best third place teams as well. I'm going to back Switzerland to beat Scotland, and I think Romania and Turkey might draw to Slovakia and Georgia. So I'm going to put Slovenia as the final team because they might beat Serbia. The round of 16. Now, this is where it gets interesting, man. This is where the big teams will finally play each other. First up, Croatia versus Switzerland. This should be a win for Croatia. Obviously, Switzerland can do something. This might go to extra time. This might go to penalties. But Croatia just have the experience, man. They're going to win this game. Germany, Denmark. Like I said, Denmark are not the team they were at the last Euros. Whereas Germany, they're getting better now. They've got good young players. They're the hosts. They've got some experience as well. I'm going Germany. Portugal, Slovenia. Now, Slovenia actually beat Portugal recently. But in the big time, in the Euros, surely Portugal pulled through in this one, man. Austria, Ukraine. This actually happened in the last Euros. And I'm going to go for Austria because, like I said, Austria, I think, are a decent team. Ukraine are okay. But Austria have more about them, I think. Now, Belgium, Italy. Both of these guys are not the teams they used to be. Neither of these teams really excite me. And I don't really want to see either of them in the quarterfinals, if I'm being honest. But I'm going to back Italy because I think they have a better manager and a more solid defense, which I think works better in tournaments. Belgium have some star players, but the defense is just dead. So I'm going Italy, bro. France, Czechia. This should be easy for France, man. I can't lie. I don't see anything other than a French victory. And like I said, Czech Republic aren't the same team they were back in the last Euros. Now, England, Netherlands. This is an interesting draw. Two teams who I can't lie are probably the 2 biggest bottlers in international football history. But I will back England because England just have a much better squad, man. Like, if England don't win that, it's kind of embarrassing. And Hungary, Spain is actually a very interesting game because you've got Hungary, who are an unexpected team, versus Spain, who are a big team, but aren't really who they used to be. Now, realistically, Spain should be winning this game, but Hungary can definitely give them a game. I think I'm gonna go for a lucky Spain victory. I don't think it will be a big win. I think they'll get a bit lucky, but they'll pull through and they'll win that game. Quarterfinals. Okay, now we've got some big games, man. Croatia, Germany. Again, this is a team who have done well at the last 2 World Cups versus a team who've got knocked out in the group stages of the last 2 World Cups. But Germany are the hosts and they are looking decent now. Whereas Croatia are getting a bit older. They don't do as well in the Euros as they do in the World Cup. I'm gonna say Germany, and I'm gonna say they'll win it in normal time as well. I don't think it'll be too much of a challenge. Portugal, Austria. This is where it ends for Austria, man. Like, they're a good team, but they're not better than Portugal, man. Italy, France is an interesting game because there's a rivalry there. But in terms of quality, surely France should pull through in this one. I think it might be a close game based off Italy defensively, but I don't think Italy will create much. And I think France will easily dominate this game, and they'll go through to the semi-finals. And England, Spain might be the most interesting game here. Realistically, England should win this game because there's a lot more quality there. And to be honest, Spain don't really have the manager factor like they used to do with Luis Enrique. So I'm gonna say England will win this game. Semi-finals. Okay, we've got 2 massive games here, man. Probably the 4 best teams in Europe. Germany versus Portugal. Massive game. France versus England. Even bigger game. Now, Germany, Portugal. Portugal might even have a better squad, but Germany are at home. And I don't trust Roberto Martinez as Portugal manager. They've got Ronaldo, obviously, but he's old now. And if they try and force him into the squad, it could come to their detriment. So I'm going Germany. They're going to get to the final in their home country. And now France versus England, the country I live in. versus the shirt I'm wearing. And this should be a very good game. I'll be honest, I don't rate Deschamps that much as a manager, and I don't rate Southgate that much as a manager. So this game could be chaos. Last time at the World Cup, it was a great game. It went down to the wire. Obviously, that bottle of Harry Kane missed the penalty. But I can't lie, England's team isn't as strong now as it was in the World Cup, in my opinion. Guys like Bellingham, Saka, Foden have all gotten better, but the defense looks a lot weaker. Whereas France just have so much balance in the squad, got so much depth, and of course, they have Kylian Mbappe. So I'm gonna go with France to win this game. They're gonna get to the final against Germany. And like I said, it's not coming home, bruv. The final! We've got a repeat of the semi-final back in 2016. Germany versus France is always an interesting game. The last 2 times they've played, Germany have come out on top. But France definitely have a better squad. So we've got Germany at home versus France with a better team. Now, in the past 2 tournaments, the home team has played in the final and lost both times. England against Italy and France against Portugal. And I think it's gonna happen again. France are going to pull through. They've got more quality. Kylian Mbappe always turns up in these kind of games. So I'm going to go with a France win. And France are indeed my winners of the Euros. And that is my predictions for the Euros. Thanks for watching, man. Make sure to subscribe. More videos coming soon. We're going to be doing videos during the Euros in a bit, G.